What's good with y'all boys? Welcome back to the episode of Rand Carving Sports Podcast. Today I'm here to break down my NFL locks of the week. Now we are coming off a average week. We went 3-3, not too bad. I'm currently 22, 23-1, so right under 500. Ray's currently 18, 13-1, so he's doing pretty good. I'm doing about average, but this week I'm about to make. I got 6 big locks for y'all boys. Starting off hot, I have the Ravens -3 versus Miami at -120. Now, they're playing great. They are, no doubt about that. Coming off an excellent win versus a solid, really great, honestly, San Francisco 49ers team. Lamar Jackson, he's playing for the MVP. He's playing excellently. He's not making mistakes. Zay Flowers getting involved. Isaiah Likely getting involved. They're down to their third string running back, but they're still playing excellent. OBJ's been silent for the last couple of weeks, but they're still finding ways to win. They're still playing well as a team. And if they do win Sunday against Miami, they have the 1 seat locked up. Therefore, they can rest Week 17. They won't have to play a very physical Pittsburgh Steelers team, so they can rest up. They can get healthy. They can just extra prepare for whoever they play in the second round of the playoffs. So I think that's why they're going to go into Miami. Plus, Miami's coming off their best win of the season, so they're coming off a super high, which I guess you would say Baltimore is to beat San Francisco. But Baltimore can still lock up this 1 seed, and they really do need to do that, because playing Miami, then playing Pittsburgh, then going to the playoffs, I mean, that's basically 3 playoff games right there. So I think they're looking to eliminate that second one by getting a win against Miami and locking up that 1 seed in that bye week. So I love the Ravens -3 at -120. My second lock of the week, I'm taking Tampa Bay -2.5 versus New Orleans at -110. Now, Baker and the Bucks, they're playing great. They're coming off a week where they just smashed Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. I mean, that game was never in doubt. That game was never close. And the Jags are struggling, but Baker's playing well. Baker in Tampa Bay, they're not talking about a long-term deal, which is great. I love Baker. I love what he's done. I didn't think he got a fair shot in Cleveland, so I love what they're doing there. I love this team all around. I think they're playing excellent. And New Orleans, they're awful. They're an awful team. I understand they almost had a miraculous comeback last week against a very good Rams team, but they didn't. That game was a blowout. That game was never close. Derek Carr's not a great quarterback. They're not a great team. They can't run the ball well. They don't push the ball down the floor. They don't make all the necessary plays to win games. They're poorly coached. I just don't like this Saints team at all. And the Bucks are playing at home. And the Bucks, they're having a great year. I mean, they're having a fantastic year. This team could easily be in my top 10 as well. So I love Tampa Bay -2.5 versus New Orleans at -110. Lock that in. My third bet, this is it for the game props. I have 3 game props, 3 player props. So this is my last game prop. I'm taking the Broncos at -3 versus the Chargers at -120. Now, Russ's bench, Jarrett Stidham's in. I like Jarrett Stidham a lot. I think he played very well last year when he was on the Raiders. I think he came in. I think he's the 3rd or 4th year player out of Auburn. He was solid at Auburn, but he came in. He played well for the Raiders. He really did. And I think Sean Payton liked him. I think the whole kind of plan was to get him in his offense. I mean, he's like their 15th highest paid player on their entire team. He's a backup. That's kind of unheard of. But this team has got a new life. I understand that Russ, although he wasn't the biggest problem, he was the most important player in that quarterback position. We've seen teams when they bench guys, for instance, when the Raiders benched Jimmy Garoppolo. For a couple of weeks there, they were hot. They're still hot now. When the Patriots, they benched Mac Jones. Bailey Zappi comes in, new life. They just had a huge win against the Broncos. So look at whenever Anthony Richardson, the rookie out of Florida, got hurt for the Colts, and Gardner Minshew came in. They're still playing well. So I think sometimes just a new player at that quarterback position can give a team new life. I think that's what's going to happen against the Chargers. Plus, the Chargers are also coming off a very tough loss versus the Bills that they could have easily won. So I expect the Broncos to honestly beat this Chargers team by more than 3. I don't expect it to be very close. Although Easton Stick played a decent game against the Bills, he's still not a very talented player. And this team is going to be without Keenan Allen for the 3rd week. And Mike Williams is out, of course. And the defense is terrible. So I expect the Broncos with new life to play the Chargers very well and beat them by at least probably 7 to 10 points. So I love the Broncos -3 at -120. Now, on to my player props, baby. We're looking for a big 6-0 week here. We need it bad, but I'm going with Jonathan Taylor to score at any time touchdown at -139. Now, Zach Moss is out. Zach Moss has been dealing with a few injuries. He got hurt last week, but his last 2 games, he has 3 touchdowns. That's huge. This really just a big gut feeling. I think they're playing the Raiders. I think, yeah, they're playing the Raiders. This Raiders team can't get rushing. I know last week Pacheco had a rushing touchdown. There's one for us, but I expect this Raiders seem to be playing at an ultimate high. I expect Taylor to have a big game, honestly. I can see him going over his line of 77.5 rushing yards as well. But I think the Raiders are going to be at a super high, feeling super good and optimistic about where they are. And maybe get caught slipping. And I do expect Jonathan Taylor to have a pretty good game and definitely get in them. So, Jonathan Taylor, anytime touchdown score, minus 139. Now, my second anytime touchdown score, I'm going Travis Kelce anytime touchdown score at minus 112. This is strictly a gut feeling. I have no reason to do this, but Kelce's getting in the end zone. Believe it. Kelce's getting in the end zone. Believe it, baby. Believe it. So, mark it in. If you don't, you're going to lose money. But Kelce anytime TD score, minus 112. It's just been too long. It's been too long. My sixth and final lock is very risky. It's just risky. Listen, sometimes you got to go. When you're 22, 23, and 1, you're doing too average. Sometimes you got to take a leap of faith. And that's what I'm doing right here. I'm going Austin Eckler over 4.5 receptions at plus 134. We're getting plus 134. Now, I understand. He's been dancing around this line for the past 4 to 5 weeks in the whole season. I think he's gone over maybe twice the whole season. So, another one where you don't have that good of stats to back it, but it's more of a gut feeling. This man, if y'all watched the game Thursday night, I know before Christmas Eve and all that stuff, Thursday night, kind of a game that we kind of missed and slept on. But Austin Eckler could have easily hit. He had 4 targets, 3 catches, but there were plenty of checkdowns that Easton Stick just chose to go in a different direction. That he could have easily, if he just looked to the right or to the left, could have hit Austin Eckler. So I think he's either going to have 6 or 7 or 2 to 3. I think one of the games. But plus 134, it's a chance and it's a risk that I'm worth taking. So those are my 6 locks of the week, man. I appreciate y'all watching. As always, tune in next time. Peace.